All right, Crossroads Sports Radio, episode number 389 on a Saturday morning. Your host, Brandon Reeve, co-host Jonathan Birdsong. JB, how are you? How was your week? Been a long time. John.
What about now?
Yeah, can hear you.
I can't hear you, though.
You can't hear me.
I can't. Man, we just did a daggone test.
You just tested it a minute ago. He's gonna dip out, come back in. Oh boy. Here we go. All right. Anyways, Crossroads Sports. Brandon Reed, Jonathan Birdsong. It's been a week. It's been a while since we've talked last. No real show last week. I've been gone all week. We're going to get JB back in here momentarily. Let me go ahead and remove him. There we go. Yeah, Crossroads Sports. What's going on, everybody? I want to thank our sponsors, Scott K. Nichols, State Farm Insurance, as well as Thomas and Reed, LLC. Both of them. I want to give them the shout out. Without them both powering us, we would not be able to do the show that we do today. So big shout out to Thomas and Reed and also Scott Nichols, State Farm Insurance. We'll get John here shortly. Let's see if we can get him in.
There we go.
You can hear me?
Yeah, man. I think we just hit a bad link, man. So we back on.
Nice. I said it's been a while since we've talked. How was your week? And what's been a while.
What's on top? Hey, man, here in the Circle City, still fighting a little bit of the cold. It has warmed up a little bit. We ain't in the negatives anymore. But, like, man, still fighting the cold, and, Brandon tapping in, with my job and all that. But, basketball heavy for sure. The NBA trade deadline, I didn't necessarily think, you can say some blockbusters kind of happened. But I had to do some spoiler alerts, you know what I'm saying? The Wednesday and Thursday, man, just because it was too hot and heavy on my mind. You know what I mean? Which you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no regurgitation because like technically I didn't even put out the Ja Morant what I thought. But like that didn't happen. As everybody kind of knows, Ja Morant did get traded. But just been real busy. Life been lifing. You know what I mean? But but like now with Crossroads Sports, so we still tap into all that for sure. So but no, man, where you want?
I've been tapped out all week. I've been in Dallas for work, for meetings. Got to go by the old TCU. Got the little Horned Frog action. Had to pick up a little bit of gear, so repping the Horned Frogs basketball.
Tony Dykes, look out, y'all! Got a new fan.
Was able to check that out. Was able to go to the Mavericks and Spurs game. Got to see Wemby. Spoiler alert: Klay Thompson, you need to retire. That was horrible.
Hey, Brandon, I know we usually kind of start with a segment, man, but like, what was your assessment of what I'm saying, seeing Wemby the first time, or what I mean, what was that like?
First time in person, just I call him the eraser, man, because he can be on the other side of the free throw line, and somebody's coming in on the weak side for a dunk or a layup, and he can get his hand on that ball, right? And he closes up that gap. Johnny started out the game he scored the first 9 of the 11 points for the Spurs. He hit 3 straight threes to start the game. When you got like a 7'6", 7'7" guy hitting 3 balls like that easy. But Cooper Flagg, man, 32 points. That's his 4th straight 30-plus point game. My man took it to Wemby a couple times. Did he get a shit block a couple times? Yeah, but he went at him. And I'll give Cooper Flagg that, man. Maverick fans are in love with Cooper Flagg. Dude played hard. Got Rookie of the Month award, was awarded to him before the game. Got myself a Cooper Flagg T-shirt. Yeah, I had to rep the guy that night. Duke, the Brotherhood, of course, John. So, but yeah, man, it was good. Nice arena. I always do a little ice cream review when I go visit arenas. And Texas sea salt caramel ice cream at the American Airlines Center. Perfect. 8.2 out of 10. Uh-oh, we lost John. We lost John again. Let's see here. We'll remove him until he gets back on. But no, man, it was good. Wembanyama versus Cooper. That was there. And then tonight, I mean, you get the rematch tonight. Cooper Flag and the Mavericks going to the Spurs. So you get to see that rematch. But yeah, man, Klay Thompson, failure for Klay. He was missed like his first 7 shots. There was a loose ball that he should have got, but he didn't even try for it. And turnovers, the old Klay Thompson, man, it was god awful. The man needs to retire. But overall, yeah, excited. And you get, I said, John, before you come back on, you get the rematch tonight. You get the Mavericks to the Spurs tonight. So the rematch in San Antonio. But Cooper Flag, I was impressed. Wembanyama, I was impressed. The Spurs team, man, Dylan Harper on that squad, Vassell, the way he was playing. This Spurs team, they got a shot to go to conference finals. I'm going to say it. They got a real good shot.
Mm-hmm. I feel that, man. Yeah, man. We all know Cooper Flag is amazing. I think they might be kind of burning the candle on both wicks with Cooper Flag just a little bit. But he's amazing. You know what I'm saying? There's people that still think this next rookie class is going to burn Cooper Flag away. You know what I'm saying? So that still remains to be seen. You know what I'm saying? Anthony, let's talk about some of the trades, man. The Anthony Davis trade out of town to the Washington Wizards. It didn't seem like, you know, I guess he landed, and you know what I'm saying, you have a Trae Young pairing, I guess, going next year. They're not trying to win. You know what I'm saying? They you know, at all. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the, you know what I'm saying, what they sent back. I don't even know what the plan in Dallas is with what they kind of got back into. Well, they got some picks or whatever, so they'll use that to kind of rebuild up around Cooper Flag and the youth movement.
Boy, they had that stuff 50% off immediately. Like, we were there at the game less than 4 hours, and all that shit was 50% off on jerseys.
But Anthony Davis going over there, and then 24 hours after it's been reported, man, that he's not happy with being in Washington. He's not happy with being on a potentially on a youthful team, man. So, you know,
well, I'm sure teams are not happy with him being hurt. So,
I'm kind of, Brandon. I said this on my, you know, saying the side show, right? That I don't have an official cock corner. We're not going that deep just yet, man. But I said on the side show, man, that I think the Washington Wizards are a Ponzi scheme. This is where the NBA just sends all this bad debt. This is what they do. Send all the bad debts and all the bad players. Like, what's the plan there? They had a host of guards already, from Carrington to the Trey kid who can shoot. And then now they bring in, you know what I'm saying, Trae Young. I don't know. So, like, you just curbed all their development right there. You have some question marks with Will Riley, who was a fantastic player in Illinois, man. Imagine if they had Will Riley this year. Good Lord, they really would be favorites to win a natty, maybe. Because right now they got the Big Ten, maybe, right? But like, no, man, what's the summer development they got going on? Cam Whitmore, you traded for that, and like, you know what I'm saying. And then, you know, you bring Anthony Davis, who don't want to be here, man. So I think the Washington Wizards, man. I know we ain't gonna make no friends. We're definitely not gonna get no media credentials from him, but that's a Ponzi scheme, man. Like, this is send all your bad debt. Did the Pacers got any bad debt? You know what I mean? Can we send somebody to the Washington Wizards? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Let's talk that real quick, because we're seeing a lot of mixed feelings on the Pacers making their trade. Getting Zubac in center for Ben Mathurin, Isaiah Jackson, 2 first-round picks. They got Kobe Brown back in Indiana as well from the Clippers. And we'll talk Clippers, and that thing got blown up quick. So we'll talk that. But for Indiana, John, I looked at it. You check the box. You got your center.
You got a center.
Yeah, you got a center. Future center, Zubac, fits this program. I think we talked in previous episodes early in the year. If you look, this was a guy we thought they should target. And with their picks, if they could make a trade. We knew Mathurin was likely going to be the guy, right? We've talked about it all year and off the offseason. You're not going to pay him $29 million next year. You just don't have it in the cap to do.
Not at that position. Not what else you can kind of get out of another player that kind of does what Ben Mathurin does.
Yeah. Now, I will say, you throw in the 2026 first-round pick. Granted, it's protected 1 through 4, and then 10 through whatever, 10 through 20.
5 through, yeah.
I will tell you this. I like the trade because we got Zubac center and all this. What I don't like is if we somehow have the NBA rig us to get that number 5 pick, I'm going to go off. I'm going to go off on the NBA.
Go off right now.
On the Pacers. And I'll go off on the Pacers a little bit right now, real quick. Last night, you don't need to go on a 20-0 run, calling timeouts, letting your starters play 40-something minutes last night in a game, and try. What are we doing? Why do not win these games? It is full tank mode. That trade made it that we are in honest full tank mode. So I don't need a 20-0 run against the Bucks last night. I don't need you calling timeouts, playing your starters 40+ minutes. I don't need it. We don't need it. Lose the games. You're supposed to lose. You should only win. We throw it out there. You shouldn't win more than 7 to 8 games the rest of the season.
Wow.
You shouldn't.
That's now. Then we got two different kind of messages kind of going on in the locker room and kind of going on with. Yes.
Why is there no hurry for Zubac to come in? Yeah, I know they just had a kid, and he's working on an ankle injury, John. The ankle's been there since November. Ankles heal pretty quick.
You mentioned Zubac. I'm going to go mention the players that we kind of already have, you know what I'm saying, here in service. And
shut him down. You're going to burn Siakam out.
I mean, if that's what they're going to do after the All-Star game.
Trading.
You know what I mean? Then the trade deadline's over.
I understand this, but in the offseason, you might as well. If you're going to burn him playing 40-something minutes the rest of the season each night, he's going to be burned out next year, man. You're going to be hurt.
No, I'm probably on the other side of this particular trade. Kind of exposes your plan or whoever. Man, Jay Query better never. I said his name. Jay Query better never say on his show about Miles Turner and why they traded Sabonis because of pace. I don't believe it no more. I don't believe it more. Is Miles Turner a better defensive player? Maybe. Than Sabonis, maybe. Is he a better offensive player than Sabonis? No. So that was all about money. Miles Turner was making less money than Sabonis. And Miles Turner could play both positions. So there was some flexibility in that. I get that. So again, it was about money. When Miles Turner asked for a little bit more, they let him walk. And we can kind of see, you know what I'm saying, Miles Turner it was a project, but he probably should have just took the offer that he got. Oh, look at her. We have all kinds of technical difficulties today, Brandon. Anyway, hold on, double check. But I'll keep on talking. But like, nah, man. I don't like it, Brandon, because like I said, it kind of exposes them for what they did. Or lack efforts of wanting to have a, you know what I'm saying, or spend the money. It kind of exposes that part. I don't believe that Ben Mathurin is a real peg in a round hole. I get the fact that our star player is not currently playing. I get that, and the different dynamics of winning and winning percentage obviously is out the windfall. Obviously, playoffs is out the windfall. So, yeah, but like Brandon, the trade is too risky. You trade. The first 10 picks in this NBA draft is our can't miss picks. Given this is my personal like how I assess their talents. The first 10 picks in this draft are can't miss picks. You gamble that for Zubac, who's been living his life that his past. How many years he been playing in the NBA? 12. Yeah. He been living in LA. He's an LA kid, man. He got LA in his mind, man. Brandon, will he be a professional next year? Yes. And will the Pacers win next year? Yes. But like, man, if you're absolutely right, Brandon. I already went apocalypto on it. If you get somehow the Clippers somehow get your lottery pick and end up picking a Chris Nack or God help us. You know what I'm saying? AJ, but see, I can't even get my name. I'm so mad. If the Clippers somehow pick AJ the Bonster, right? Like, man, that's catastrophic. That's worse than the Eric Piatowski trade that the Pacers made 1,000 years ago, man. So I just thought, I get the NBA is high risk, high reward type of things, and with Normally with a trade, let's say Tyrese Halliburton won now. I'm just putting that out there. Let's say Halliburton won now. Normally this type of trade would be like, okay, Pacers, I see what you're doing. You're trying to make a playoff push. This is like a playoff push. This if we traded for him, he better become ready. Like Brandon, this is Mr. Jonathan that don't talk about thinking. Yeah, I would sit Siakam down after the All-Star break, and this dude. So if he got bone spurs, Zubac or whatever that you can kind of hide on the sheet. Yeah, he got to be sit down, man. Johnny Perfect should be playing center from here on out. You know what I mean? Yeah. TJ McConnell is your lead point guard.
The scary thing is,
go ahead.
The percentage points for right now for the lottery for the Pacers. Pritchard has got pocket. I'm gonna put it like this: Pritchard's got pocket kings, and there's a king for the blackjack dealer already out showing face card. That other dealer card, man, could be an ace, and it's blackjack, and you lose, right? The Pacers have a 48% chance to land the draft pick outside of the top 4. So it's 52% that they do land it, and it's good. 48 that you don't. To me, that percentage is a little too close to be threatening a top pick like that. And do you trust the process? I had people down in Texas when I was down there saying, "Hey, we don't forget you guys in 1984 or 83 was where it was with Patrick Ewing, and the Pacers got screwed off of that, and it went to the New York Knicks by the NBA giving it to them." Mm-hmm. I'm going to do the positive vibes. Positive vibes for everybody. We're going to get a top 4 pick. I already started it last night on the Pacers thing. They ended up getting like 70-something likes already in less than 3 hours. Hashtag trust the process, baby. Let's keep losing. Keep losing. I didn't want to see us coming back from a 20-point against Milwaukee.
Yeah, Obi Toppin is not coming
in 40 minutes, John. Explain that to me.
What's that?
It sounds like the coach doesn't give a shit. The front office knows what the job is. The coach doesn't.
Again, Brendan, that's why before I got bumped off, that's why I think there's somewhat of a mixed message we have here. You know what I'm saying? So until Carlisle can understand that, I guess now we are in more developing now. Like I said, Johnny Furphy go crazy with the minutes. You know what I mean? The other homie.
How many years Carlisle got left?
Jarris Walker, go crazy with the minutes. You know what I mean?
I'm surprised he didn't get traded.
Jarris Walker?
Mm-hmm.
Brandon, I told you 2 weeks ago, man, that's something they're getting ready to invest in. This is about to be the new Miles Turner project.
Jesus Christ. I can't do it again.
Jarris Walker got a little bit of wiggle in him. He got some more offensive game in. I don't think the defense is like Miles Turner is necessarily there. But they're gonna expect more after the All-Star break. I guarantee they're gonna expect more out of him. We're gonna see more out of him for sure.
Chicago Bulls get Colin Sexton, Jaden Ivey. They lose Kobe White, and then came back. They had to take away a draft pick that they were sending because of the medical. Thoughts on the Bulls and their trades that they made? Vucevic's gone.
I didn't even waste my time looking up who the general manager of the Bulls is, man. He's whatever his ownership done told him to do, cut salary, regardless of their playoff potential. I think the Bulls at the time were like sitting around a playing game, 9th or 10th or something like that. But like, why would you I get it, man. Kobe White doesn't want to, they've had contract discussion with him like the past 2 summers or whatever, and they haven't come to an agreement. Okay, so I get it. But you won without Kobe White. I thought that's what you had AO for. You brought him in, you developed him because this was like an insurance policy. If Kobe White does go, it's not like you're not gonna break the bank. I'm sorry, you're not gonna break the bank on Kobe White. Hell, he didn't get it done for the Tar Heels. How the hell you think? And you ain't Michael Jordan. We ain't about to give you $35 million, fro and bro. It's not gonna happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? So AO was an insurance policy, and then he gets shipped out again. He gets shipped out as well.
Yeah.
So you just said, how
many guards do they have on this team? I think it's very guard heavy.
I don't know. Did Terrence Shannon Jr. get traded? And I don't know. In the shuffle, I don't know because he's from Minnesota. I don't know if he came over, but they got a lot of guards. You're asking the Aussie Rabbit to do a whole lot more rebounding. That's not that they were looking. They went out of the Anthony Davis kind of talking business of like improving their interior to like just going totally opposite and saying, hey, you know what? Playoff play-in, F it. We don't want no parts of it. So I don't know why they're just hoping, I guess, to get But hold on, Brandon. They've won too much now. They can't tank. They can't even get into Gilbert Arenas' son conversation.
You think?
They've won too much right now. They can't tank.
So the Bulls
if they do tank,
Bulls are at 24-28, 4 games below 500.
Mm-hmm.
They are overall 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're 10th. Right now they'd have the 10th pick.
I think something else is kooky going on with their pick because they might be. I think there might be a pick.
Now, I will give you this because they're tied also with Charlotte and Portland, and it's a half game from the Clippers, the Hawks there. So there's like a 6 teams. You can go from 10 to 16 real quick. So yeah, I'll give you that.
That's what I'm saying, man. And Billy Donovan, he kind of like Carlisle. He ain't trying to lose games.
What's the Hornets doing?
Who?
8 straight wins, 9-1, 9 of their last 10.
Well, they was trying to get out of some of their business, not necessarily the Duke guy. He probably gonna come up second runner up into the Conk, and they're probably gonna be second runner up to Rookie of the Year. But they were trying to they were trying to share some contracts. They need to get a little bit better on the interior. They got Carpenter out there getting dunked on. He's showing improved this year. Nobody kind of thought a kid from Creighton was kind of gonna do what he's done for them. But they got a pretty good solid unit, man. They trying to get, obviously with bringing in Kobe White. They're trying to get better at point guard. No shade to LaMelo. He didn't get traded, so they're just trying to get a little bit better at point guard. Maybe that puts a little pressure on him. You know what I mean, to do better. Hey man, this dude, because like technically Kobe White, who's a little bit down the pecking order as far as like lottery picks is concerned, and like Brandon and what is that? Like y'all do the same thing, jack up bad shots or run poor offense, no pick and roll offense, man. So you know the that puts pressure on LaMelo. So I think Charlotte Hornets is prime for a playoff little venture. They might make it. Now I ain't say a run. I'm not going crazy, but they might get in.
Your bottom of the NBA, Kings at 12 wins, Pacers at 13, Pelicans at 14, Brooklyn at 13, Wizards at 14. So right there, Kings have lost 11 straight. They know the job. They know what you're supposed to do. So you got 5 teams right there within 2 games of each other for first through the first 5. Remember, the first top 4 lowest teams have the best chances. Well, have like what, a 25% chance or no 40 some? I don't know what it is. Some kind of percent chance for a top 4 pick.
That's not a
man. James Harden out of the Clippers and going to Cleveland for Darius Garland. Your thoughts on first? Let's go Cleveland.
No, man, your thoughts. You like way to go, Cleveland. Way to mess up your chances. That's what Brandon Reeves said. That was the first thing he said. Way to go. I would say, you know what I'm saying, during the regular season, man, James Harden's going to give them what they need. He's also still trying to get pushed. He's also trying to get good tape on film so that whoever he try to, even if it's Cleveland, you know what I'm saying, he's trying to get another contract. Whether he gets that number, he still got to put good. But dude, man, I told you all bad debt goes to Washington. So James Harden might be auditioning for Washington. You know what I mean? Be honest with you, but Brandon, I kind of like it for this. In the short, I like it for Cleveland. In the long term, you know what I'm saying, it's going to come down to a point where you're going to need James Harden to hit a critical free throw. It's going to come down, or a 3, or he's going to get the ball stolen, and it's going to go awry for Cleveland. So in the short, it's going to work out for him though. But buyer beware.
Clippers side.
Clippers, frustrating for them because they were actually on a halfway decent win streak. With them, man, and with some of the other players that they had. Now that you have the untradeable asset in Kawhi Leonard. Nobody. They're going to trade. I think they're going to trade him in the summertime. Try again, but as of right now, nobody wanted to trade for Kawhi Leonard.
Lakers. Sounds like LeBron and the Lakers will divorce in the offseason. Sounds like that Harden and Donovan are going to make their pitch for LeBron to come back to Cleveland.
I don't know what James Harden got to do. He won't be there.
I listen. I read it. But yeah, Lake Show 31-19 right now with 2-game winning streak. They can just keep Luka healthy. Can try to make some noise. And I'm shocked how well the Phoenix Suns have been. The Phoenix Suns got better when Kevin Durant went off the team. What have I been saying for the last how many years?
Said he's an anchor, pull you down, man. I was kind of shocked about, not shocked, but Houston Rockets kind of got interested in some Giannis trades. They offered as Sengun, but if that's again, that would cause too much of a team tariff for them. Because if I am the Bucks, I'm not offering you. You got to give me the twin too. You got to give me the Thompson twin, and you got to give me the kid from UK, not just Sengun. But there's been some conversations with Giannis. I told you, Brandon Reef, I told you this in the chat a couple of weeks ago. I told my folks on my sideshow this, right. I don't have my hat right. I don't have my hat switched right now, man. But Giannis is looking at the lay of the land. There's no way it's going to happen in Golden State. Steph Curry's on a different timeline than him. There's no way it's going to happen in the Knicks because it's the Knicks, man. There's get traded to the Knicks. Are you serious? Mike Brown's going to be your coach? You might as well stay in with the Bucks. So Brandon Reef, there's maybe a smidgen of chance, maybe Minnesota, if they want to move off one of those bigs or whatever. But again, I still don't think they have enough. The Boston Celtics will offer. They will. And they have enough. If it's a we want to make you sit down type of offer, then Jaylen Brown will be a Milwaukee Buck. If it's just a Giannis has looked at the lay of the land and the best chance for him to win it is for us to take Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, your lottery picks for the next 6 years, Jordan Walsh. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Sam Hauser. They have 6 man of the years lined up that statistically, like that will help your program. If Giannis says that's a better chance for me to get to a championship. Just look at Pat Riley's not tearing up nobody's. He's not doing that no more.
You think he'd stay in the East instead of going West?
He'd pull a Kevin Durant.
You don't think the Clippers could make a pitch
that they're the most
what they've got? That they're trying to get themselves in that Giannis sweepstakes.
Look at the All-Stars and people that went through it's not going to work. They're snake bit. They're cursed. Chris Paul.
I understand that, but it doesn't mean they're not going to. They think as an organization that they can not do it, right?
What? Who are you? Who would you pair him like? So like, I'm not knocking. I'm not because I know you know. There's nothing they can pair him with. To like, who you be? Giannis, you coming over here to pair with who? Who? Kawhi Leonard, broken legs, or whatever we can get. Sorry, you know what I'm saying? The second, third round picks. They don't have third round picks anymore. But like second round, third round picks, we can give Kawhi Leonard. Like you can either play with Jaylen Brown or you can play with the homie Jason Tatum when he kind of comes back. I think Brad gives a push where they can kind of figure out where they don't have a super team terror. Brad ain't thinking about 2027 draft.
What about the other team in LA?
You see what now?
They lose a $50 million man in LeBron James.
Well,
the family make that push to try to pair him with Luka because that has to look good for Giannis a little bit.
It does. I won't totally disregard the Lakers. What looks scary better is if the Oklahoma City Thunder don't repeat and they get desperate and then they pull a trigger and then they say, "Hey, we're gonna send one of our starters, not named Shea, and all those picks, Brandon, that they have." That would get the Milwaukee Bucks' attention. That would make you sit down.
Yeah,
that would be better than what Boston has. But like then you'd be playing Oklahoma, so be by.
Rockets and Thunder play at 3:30 today on ABC, so those people want to check in there. A little Durant and Holcomb and Holmgren and SGA. I'm glad you said Boston Celtics because I had it on my list here, John. That's my team to watch out for in this second half. Jason Tatum's going to be coming back at some point. Right now, the Celtics are plus 1,500 to win the championship. I like it more at plus 390 to win the East. I think the Celtics, with Jason Tatum coming back, I like them to win the East. I really do. I know there's Detroit fans that we have on our show are going to be pissed off. I'm saying it. Detroit's playing fantastic. They are. I love it. But when you get a superstar like Tatum back, who's going to be healthy, right? He's not going to have the taxiness on his legs that you have from my full season grind, where they can depend on him a little bit there, maybe some of those stretch playoff games. I just want to say, watch for the Celtics. There's a good chance they could be that team to come out of the East, and I do like it at plus 390 right now on DraftKings Sportsbook.
Yeah, his main thing in the comments that I have taken from him is that he doesn't want to disrupt anything that they kind of got going, man. You know, the Boston Celtics kind of run a different kind of offense where they jack up a whole lot of threes, and you know, what I'm saying, kind of depend upon him to necessarily be defensively at certain points, you know, on certain players. You know, what I'm saying, Jason Tatum is actually, you know, what I'm saying, kind of step up defensively as well, man. So, what does that look like? Injury, you know, what I'm saying, with him again, he said he doesn't want to disrupt anything, but again, man, it wouldn't be bad to have, you know, an 80% Jason Tatum out there during the playoffs, for sure.
Yeah, tomorrow, Knicks Celtics ABC at 12:30 in Boston. That'll be good to see how the Knicks can try to bounce back after they took a drubbing last night at Detroit.
Yeah, they've won some. They get up too high, man. The Knicks get up too high.
That's the most Knicks thing ever, isn't it?
Start feeling too good. That's why Brandon. This is why I got Giannis not going there. You're not going there. It's
Pacers
false.
at the Raptors tomorrow. Trust the process.
You want fun? Brandon Reach wants full tankability.
Let me go through real quick. Let me go to this schedule. I can look at it and see what we
Put
got.
it on down. Put it on down.
So we have. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I'm seeing. Unfortunately, here on this schedule, we're going to be. I think we're going to be the idiots.
You see a dub?
Well, yeah, because I mean, look, you're at Toronto, take the L. You're at the Knicks, take the L, and then you got 5 games that are really scary that could put us completely out of contention. That we have to damn deal with it because you're at Brooklyn, at Washington, home against the Mavericks. I don't like those 4 games.
And Washington's already beaten the Pacers this year.
I know, but it's back to back at Washington. Like, can we just take both L's and just move on? Because you know they're trying to lose as well.
They're trying to lose games too. They're trying to make sure they don't. They don't want no damn.
So that worries me, especially when you got tickets here. Low as $10. Come on now. And then you take on Philly at home. That should be a loss. Charlotte at home. That should be a loss. Memphis, the John Morant thing. I know. I'm not sure. You go to the Clippers, you go to the Lakers, you go to Portland, you go to Sacramento. Sacramento, you have to lose those games. If you're playing any teams that are in that top 5 that you're trying to get in that top 4 pick, man, everybody got flu, the stomach bug. I don't care. You bring up G Leaguers, those games, you have to lose those games. The scary thing is I do like the end of the season because if you're home against Miami on the 29th of March, then you're at the Bulls, at Charlotte, at Cleveland, against Minnesota, at Brooklyn, but then you take Philly and Detroit to finish out. So I think you got to lose at least 6 of your last 7 games there to even give yourself, because you're going to screw yourself. I'm the Nostradamus here, all right? You're going to screw yourself at some point here with these 4 games. Brooklyn, 2 at Washington, and home against Dallas. You need to lose 3 of those 4. If there's anything less than that, you're in trouble. Got to lose 3 of the 4.
And I'm not a tanker, but that's what needs to happen, man.
If you do it the right way, you lose both to Washington. Just get that shit over with. That's extra 2 games for you. Now I think we have a tank game tonight, and we're gonna start doing the tank watch for everybody, right, John? That's gonna be our new thing, the tank watch. Tank game tonight, John, will be. Let me bring it up here. Where's my scores? Because that's what I was watching last night. We had a tank game last night between the Kings and the Clippers. Clippers won by 3, so that didn't help us out. But tonight's tank games, 3:00 here in just a few hours, is your first tank game. Wizards at the Nets. 13 wins versus 14 wins right there with us. So one of them is going to get a win, which that helps us a little bit there, right? The other tank game is going to be Cavaliers and Kings, unfortunately, in Sacramento. Sacramento's going to get destroyed by the Cavs, and they're going to get another loss. So it's going to be 12 straight. But we'll see, man. Who can suck the best? That's what it's going to be here. You had to suck for luck.
Please don't clip that. Don't clip that. Who can suck the best?
Yeah, right, exactly. No clipping. Your boy Trace Jackson Davis, I saw, got traded to the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, you know, they like the bigs. They run a good pick and pop out there. It might it's weird he never did really get any more extended minutes, especially with Golden State being in the Porzingis business. You know what I'm saying? You would think, what do you got Trey Jackson Davis over there for? You know what I'm saying? Not saying he's on his necessary level, but no, man. New fresh start for Trey Jackson Davis. I don't necessarily expect it to necessarily pop. You know what I'm saying? Out there either, but he'll get some burn.
Eric Gordon waived again. He's been with 6 teams. Will he pick up his 7th new team or go back to one of his previous 6?
Man, it might be time to sit it on down, man. And it's time to start having some legendary conversations. You jump on the podcast, start talking about how it was when he got drafted as a youth and got traded for Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? Talk about some of those, man. Like, talk about some of the IU days. I don't know. Like, Double D be trying to put smut on the time and tenure that he had during IU, man. And maybe we need to kind of hear the other side. But man, it might be time for him to kind of, sit on down. Come on to Crossroads Sports. We're talking Eric Gordon.
There you go. Before we go to the Super Bowl big game this weekend tomorrow, I want to talk college basketball real quick. Last night, huge game. St. John's in the Garden, knocking off UConn 81-72. Huge game to pretty much lock in St. John's there. They're officially a lock now. And I knew they were going to be, but that winning that game is number 3. That put the lock on the door that they are officially in with them. But we have got big games today, and that does not need to go unnoticed. We've got locally here, don't want to call it a big game, but Oregon's going to Purdue today at 1 o'clock. Purdue needs another get-right game. This would be your get-right game against this Oregon Duck team. For sure. Wisconsin at noon goes to Indiana. Hoosiers, John, I said they split. They needed to split. They got their split. They lost to USC out there. This needs to be a big – IU needs to win this game. This is a resume game to get you over that hump to even solidify your schedule a little bit more against a good Wisconsin team.
Oh, absolutely. Just kind of track back, man. The USC game, man, he let Arenas kind of put his NBA resume paper out there, and he had a good game, man. There was – I don't know, a lot of hanging heads. I felt like after that USC loss, Wilkerson kind of said, man, it wasn't necessarily an excuse, man, but, saying playing out west is hard, man. It was kind of the opposite. It's kind of like the California teams when they come back. They would come back out here. They'd be like, man,
how about Mick Cronin, man?
It's playing in the Midwest is hard.
Mick Cronin, after that IU game, his presser, I saw that on the plane. I'm just like, man, this dude.
He sounds like he's miserable.
Just quit coaching.
He doesn't want to coach out there no more. It's not fun anymore. I get it, man. It's not the same.
Heavy is the hat, where's the crown?
Right. He got strong Midwest roots. If you check his resume, you know what I'm saying? And he went out there, thought he could pull a Steve Alford, thought it was going to be easy to get back to like Steve Alford, got to the Final Four. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, you got to have some Lonzo Balls out there. But you can't just he be wiping it. He got some talent out there, but then he'd be like, man, no, we didn't defend. We just missed shots.
Yeah, what are you watching?
Life is good. Life is good.
Boy, he come at Crossroads like that. I'm gonna tell you, you go with a little respect with that.
Absolutely,
you can go crazy on answering a question. That was a legit question, right?
It was.
Yeah. So other big games: Illinois at Michigan State today. I said a couple weeks ago I'm starting to like Illinois more to win this Big Ten Conference regular season. I actually took them at plus
That Wagler kid he's college collegiate. I don't know what he's gonna do on the next level, man. Right now, man, he's tearing it up, Brandon. They can't stop him.
Houston goes to BYU today, so that's good. I think that could be a really good one there with Calvin Sampson's squad. By the way, Calvin Sampson, do you hear him complaining?
What are you talking about, man?
I heard that on the plane.
I don't want to hear that crap, dude. He's talking we're poor school. Like compared to, compared to Duke,
running dry, John.
Poor. Compared to Duke, everybody's poor. Compared to UNC,
he said the well is running dry.
Man, he didn't have Jarris Walker, right? He's got 2 first rounders right now. There's some other little guards he didn't have. Then they didn't popped up on your NBA, roster between the Detroit Pistons and the Miami Heat. So like, nah, man. How many final you didn't beat Purdue? You went to the final. Man, stop. Kevin Fans, he needs to stop. He needs to stop that. Like, no, you need to win it, sir. You need to win it. I'm pro Kelvin Sampson, man. They ran him up out of here for some phone calls, blah, 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 blah. You know, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But he's rebounded. You know what I'm saying? But like, nah. He said, we're poor. Man, I don't want to hear that. Was you poor last year? When you went toe to toe and you beat Purdue, I didn't hear no little sisters of the poor. Loyola, Marymount, Chicago. That's the poor. Or you know what I'm saying? That's poor. Ball State University. I love them. Mike Lewis. That's the poor. That's the poor. Indiana State. My goodness. Graves. He holding on to his heart. That's the poor. Like Houston, you're not poor. Houston, you're not poor.
Cut that for John.
You're not poor. But I like Houston. They gonna get to the Final Four. How you gonna be poor and get to the Final Four? It's crazy.
Alabama takes on Auburn today. Nate Oates' squad. They've played a tough schedule, but it's just.
Have they quit yet? Have they quit yet?
And you're not an Auburn fan. You are against this Auburn coach and team, which we saw them live.
2 frauds.
The Battle of Fraud Bowl.
2 frauds. The game tonight, I would be amiss. Hey, I don't know what's going on, Brandon. Something came over me, man. I had to talk to my good friend Adam Cook. He listened to the show. He's been Big Blue Nation ever since I met him in the early 2000s.
Huge game.
And well, I told him you ain't got nothing to worry about. It's against Rick Barnes. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Big Blue gonna win tonight. You ain't got nothing to worry about. What's the odds on it, Brandon? Pull them up.
It's Kentucky minus 1.5.
They already beat. But here's the thing: they already beat Tennessee. They beat Tennessee back in early January.
Yeah, but Kentucky doesn't. They're not consistent, man. They lose home games that are.
If the kid plays, that kid plays, man. He's a defensive difference maker, man. They should beat Rick Barnes. Rick Barnes. I'm talking about the team that's gambling. What are you doing?
Hey, did you see what Tennessee fans did this week?
Would they paint themselves orange?
So the dude that they are putting in, so they're going to be playing Alabama, I think, next week. And all the guys, all the fan base and stuff voted for the G League All-Star game, and they voted the kid from Alabama into the G League All-Star game where he has to leave to go play the G League All-Star game. They voted in it because you can still vote for him to play in it. So they got him voted as a starter, man. He's got the most votes for the G League.
The Tide? The Tide did this?
The Tennessee fans, because they play him next week.
Oh man, the Tide. What's your response, Tide? What are you? Man, I do too, man. Because one, that's a fraud. Alabama having pro players, or even Baylor. You know what I'm saying? That's a fraud, man. Them dudes had a chance, man, and like it didn't pop for them. Now they back, and now you got fandom out here, social media bullying them. That's terrible. That's funny at the same time, though.
Big one at 6:30 tonight. I'll be tuning in. Number 4, Duke at number 14, North Carolina. Duke 5.5-point favorites going to Chapel Hill.
You know what, man? And a lot of basketball talk, man. They've been kind of under the radar this year, man. Everybody kind of been on Arizona's jock, or everybody's been kind of, you know what I'm saying, kind of watching what Patino's, you know what I'm saying, kind of setting up or whatever. I think this might be his last little run as the head coach or whatever. And shit, sorry, Lord. What's name? His son to be coaching St. John's next year after y'all didn't kind of land-blasted his Xavier record. But like, no, man, I think, like I said, man, this is the lay of the land right here, man. So
pop quiz: who did Duke's one loss come to this season? I had to look it up. I couldn't remember.
I don't think so. Here's what happened, Brandon. Joe Lunardi said something disrespectful. He said Duke pretty much got it locked in, and he said this like totally disregarding. And I know UNC hasn't necessarily been as strong, but totally disregarding UNC's competition. The lay of the land of the ACC basketball play used to be a whole lot better. It used to be a whole lot heavier from Georgia Tech, Wake Forest, and some of the other programs. Clemson is kind of the only dog right now that's nipping anybody's heels. But I don't really foresee them, unless they lose today. Who else? No, they're not going to lose no other games till they get to the tournament.
Texas
They got what now?
They lost to Texas Tech at Madison Square Garden.
Well, I know. I'm talking about as far as they.
Yeah, I don't see. I think this would be their only hiccup.
Yeah, I don't foresee like the ACC. Clemson on their best day probably is not going to be able to beat Duke. Not this year. They have some holes, but not necessarily the greatest Duke team. But again, under the radar for me, man. But they probably going to be. They got to be at least. They got to be on the 1 seed for sure.
So Joe Lunardi's got Arizona still as a top overall seed. No defense of that. Ohio State as the last team in, and California, Cal as the first team out. They have the Hoosiers in the San Diego region as the 9 seed right now. Sorry, I feel like I'm chopping out for some freaking reason. They got them as the 9 seed taking on Utah State. Your number 1 seeds, Arizona, Michigan, Duke, and UConn. UConn's still the number 1 seed. They're having them as the Boilermakers. They have them in the Midwest, taking on Austin Peay as a 3 seed.
Okay, so Purdue's little slide didn't really kill him. And
right now, Purdue's region, they would play in the Sweet 16 or the Elite 8. They would be playing number 2 ranked in the seed, Houston.
A poor school, right?
And UConn, the number 1 seed in that region. So that could be a heavy hitter.
That's going to be.
That actually could be the hardest. If I look at it right now, that could be the hardest top 4 seeds. UConn, Houston, Purdue, Vanderbilt.
So Purdue really needs to really spin a strong Big Ten schedule.
Get the hell out of it. Yeah.
And win the Big Ten tournament.
Yeah.
That's going to be hard. That's going to be hard to move that needle.
Hey, man, there's a big game tomorrow. We wait until the end of the game to talk about it.
So they say, man. I kind of yawn at it, man, but so they say at the matchup. Yeah, so they say it's a big game tomorrow. I'm going to probably put my jacket on. We plan on doing a little bit tomorrow?
Yeah, maybe before the game. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I might put on my sports coat. I'll probably put on my sport coat for that one.
Ooh, okay, there we go.
You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. I know it's not for us Midwesterners who have history from a fan standpoint, whether it's the Evil Empire. There's residual. There's residual. I'm sorry, Brandon. It comes out, man. And there's Brandon. There's residual with Denver. There's a residual with Seattle. Just a little bit, man. Peyton Manning was out there with noodle arm Wemsley. Man, they scored 8 points against Seattle. I was horrible. Super Bowl, right? So there's a little bit of I don't care if both these teams fly off the ends of the earth, man. I could care less, man. But some good stories though. Good stories come out of both programs. Vrabel, he's back 3 times played in the Super Bowl, right? 3-time champion his damn self. He's taking over the reins. Somewhat of you can call him a Bill Belichick or whatever, you can call him that. Oh, yeah. And they've got a star quarterback who got to show improve. This is the game, you guys. You can't roll up to 10 points today or expect the defense to bail you out today, Drake May. So again, there's a story there. Great story on the other side. Sam Darnold, no USC quarterback has, and they are all Golden Boys. We all know them, except for Sanchez. We all know the good USC quarterbacks are Golden Boys, but no USC quarterback has ever started in the Super Bowl. Sam Darnold is the first, and he's a reclamation project that the Jets probably fired their whole program over it.
Damn.
We know what Minnesota did. So again, some great stories. I know there's some other I just started the quarterback. I know there's probably some other great defensive stories and whatnot, and coaches and whatnot who find help. We got a coach right now trying to reel his way out of thinking about it if he's going to be the head coach of the Raiders. And you're right, you know what I'm saying, on with the Seattle Seahawks. So man, there's going to be some great stories. I don't necessarily expect a 41-34 kind of Super Bowl type of game, but I do expect a real competitive. Both these teams are kind of go for it. And though I know everybody's kind of saying because of the offense of what they show in New England, I think they're going to show improve. But I still think Seattle's going to win because they got the better team overall. I don't know what's the spread on it, but if you was betting, you said how much?
4.5.
That's close because I'm gonna tell you right now, I like the coach that New England has. I like the team that Seattle has. And that's probably why that spread is 4.5, because they're gonna muddy up. They're gonna slow down Sam Darnold. That ain't Peyton Manning over there. That ain't, you know what I'm saying, Hall of Famer Patrick Mahomes over there. But like I said, so I expect that 4.5, that's close. But I got the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl tomorrow.
I got the Patriots covering and winning the Super Bowl. I'm taking the Evil Empire tomorrow.
Break your hearts, y'all. Break your hearts, man.
And this is what a sports show does, right? John gives it the side for Seattle. I got to give it for New England. I like Vrabel in this situation here. Sam Darnold, last time he said he saw ghosts. Who was he playing when he said he saw ghosts? The Patriots. That was the last time that he played the Patriots, was that game when he played for the Jets. So I'm just not a Sam Darnold believer in the big game. Now, Drake May hasn't showed me anything either, right? Now, defensively, I think you might have here's a little sprinkle of a bet, maybe a Christian Gonzalez interception for a touchdown, a pick 6 by Christian Gonzalez. I'm probably going to put something on that tomorrow. I just woke up feeling a Christian Gonzalez touchdown tomorrow. So I'm going to be looking at that. The run game, you got your Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet on the other side, and you've got Stevenson, Henderson, and them on that side. I think it's going to be the battle of the run game. I think both these quarterbacks are going to heavily require and run on that run game, and to get them set up. And who can make the least amount of mistakes? Seattle has way more turnovers this year than what New England has. And granted, you still have a lot of turnovers and you still win ball games, so something's going right for you in Seattle. But as much as it's a yawner, I still think it'll be entertaining to watch. I'm going to take the Patriots plus the points in this game. Anything, John, real quick on the halftime show? What you're expecting?
Nah, man. I just because I work around brown children, man, it's always been my goal to learn more Spanish. The last several years of work being a substitute teacher, man. So like I'm probably 5% bilingual. Be honest with you, I ain't trying to be funny, Brandon. I'm probably 5% bilingual, man. I can, without looking up on Google, you know what I'm saying, or doing that, we can have a conversation. But you know what I'm saying. But like, nah, man. I hope, you know.
Is he wearing a dress tomorrow?
You said what now?
Is he gonna wear a dress tomorrow? That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what Bad Bunny, like his music, the beats are cool, and like, you know, like the English translation doesn't necessarily translate like over, but like, man, he's not a smutty kind of guy, man, or anything like that I know of. You know what I'm saying? You never know what behind the scenes if you believe in what they did to Diddy, but no, man, I expect a pretty good show, man. You know, so who knows who he's gonna bring out there with him or whatnot, man. There's a whole lot of people that like Bad Bunny, and most of them are be honest with you, Brandon, under 21. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be something. It's gonna be a learning experience for a whole lot of other people, man. I just hope, man, there's no like the federal government does anything kooky or does anything crazy, man, or anybody on the quote unquote radical left does anything, you know what I'm saying, kooky or crazy as well, man. So I expect you know what I'm saying, just a real good show, you know what I'm saying, and definitely a great game for sure.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl game tomorrow. We will have a show tomorrow with the Cross Time show with the Game Time Network pod. They're getting ready.
We got a show tomorrow. Dang, we got a show tomorrow, don't we?
That's the one we're going to do tomorrow for like
an
hour, maybe.
Yeah.
I got to figure out a time. If we are, I don't know. If not, me and John may go live for 15, 20 minutes beforehand. But they got a show today that it reminds me of the Muppets when you got the guys that sit up in the balcony. That's what that show reminds me of today.
I was trying to find
boy, there better be enough microphones, enough time on that show for them both to talk. Come on now. Hanford and Son, that's gonna be there.
You know, Grady and
Fred
arguing back and forth, man. Tap into the homies. So basically, what we talking about, y'all, the homies D-Cot and the homies Reggie Sykes, who kind of come on, pour into our show. You know what I'm saying? If you remember them from the audio conversation, you know what I'm saying? They argue back and forth about Notre Dame and Alabama and the Colts and everybody else in between. They are great sports fanatics. They have started their own podcast where they were going to be more front facing on video. I don't know if I don't know what time it starts. I think it's at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock.
1 o'clock,
Yeah, I'm probably gonna tap into it just a little bit. If they cannot argue, ladies and gentlemen, if you can get through the
it's not
argument,
an authentic show if they don't argue.
yes, if you can get through, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be some comedic moments for you. I'll be honest with you.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, I compare it to Fred Sanford and Grady at the table, but from a sports standpoint, man. But like, yeah,
I was thinking Red Fox and
that's it.
The who was the old lady, the cousin.
Oh man, Aunt Esther.
Esther.
No, man,
Esther. That's Red Fox and Esther. That's what that is.
It might turn into that. You fish-eyed fool. It might turn into that, man. It might turn.
By the way, yeah,
like,
Grady
tap into the homie show.
Yeah, for sure. So, I do, John. End of our show here. I do want to take a moment. You broke some news to me yesterday recently. I'll let you kind of talk about it. Big Crossroads sports fan, man. We lost.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to get choked up for real. So, right. Crossroads sports is like a hobby to me and Brandon Reef, and it's like a hobby. It's like a dream. It comes true. It is built off the backs of our families and our friends. Okay, so we got, like, you know what I'm saying, Lindsay Reef, from Lindsay Reef to Lynette Graham to my sister Kelly. We have people that like the show, listen to the show regardless. You know what I'm saying? Mike Kelly, Justin Powell, I don't want to leave nobody out. So when we lose somebody, Deborah Bell, who's a good friend of my mother's, a good friend of mine. Actually, she's Ashley Kelly's cousin. I don't want to look at the camera, Brandon. I'm sorry.
You're good, brother. You're good.
It's actually Kelly's cousin. I did teasing it, but like, so, and my cousin and my nephew Jeffrey's cousin. It's a long story. I don't want to blur the lines, man. But like, man, when you lose somebody, like Deborah Bell, she liked every post that we ever put out, 99.9, and it was like 2 days. Shame on me. And that's kind of how I found out that. Oh, I said, Brandon, we put out something, and like usually, a host of characters already knows all that. Because like when people like our stuff, like Kelly comes back and say, "Well, y'all could have did this. Y'all should have did this." So I get critiques too.
Right.
But like Miss Deborah Bell, who used to sit with my mother and actually sit over here with my daughter Monica too. They all they all be over here watching soap operas and Lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting with my mom making popcorn, man. And Deborah, when she was always very supportive of me, and when I told her, I said, "Yeah, me and my friend Brandon Reef, who used to work with, we have a show, and she's a sports fan. She loved the Pacers. I think she kind of liked the Colts, but she loved the Pacers, and she loved the Memphis Grizzlies, man. And she, you know what I'm saying? She unfortunately, man, we all have a time, and we all got a time we start. We all unfortunately got a time that we end, and I didn't see the couple likes that we normally get, man. Normally, man, especially if we do anything local. If we do anything local where we was at IUND, she supported. Where we were at Butler, she support, because like she believed in Indianapolis and all those things that Crossroads Stores is about. And I go miss it. I know, so when an angel gets his wings, you get more power. Right, so now we got more listeners on the other side, but I'm saying, I'm gonna miss them likes, I'm gonna miss them reposts, and I miss our little comments, and I'm gonna miss her saying, I love your family. That's what she used to say. I love you. She didn't never say nothing about no patients. She said, I love your family, and that's what I'm gonna miss the most, Brandon. So
yeah, absolutely. It was you mentioned that there's some people, when you look at your network, and we get our analytics and stuff. And that was one name that every single post, it didn't matter what it was, she was sharing, she was liking, commenting. As I put in the post last night, faithfully tuning in to the show. When you see who's watching, the people we have watched throughout our shows. So I just want her to know, our family to know, and really everybody, your support does not go unnoticed by us.
Oh, no.
See it. It always means a great deal. And we extend our heartfelt thoughts and prayers to her family and her friends kind of during this difficult time. And but we want to dedicate this show to her, because I know she's going to be playing it back up there, watching it probably right now, going to give a little critique.
Absolutely.
And all that. So if she can help our Pacers a little bit here with this little thing.
Help with them lottery odds.
Help with those lottery odds.
Yep.
But Deborah Hill, #1 fan. We appreciate you. We miss you. God bless to her and her family. So with that being said, we're going to end Crossroads Sports. Have a good rest of your Saturday. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for listening to the Crossroads Sports Radio Show. You can find more episodes on iTunes and the Google Play Store. Be sure to like and subscribe for more Crossroads Sports content.